Hey there, it's the One Boom, and welcome to an episode of Mindset. In this episode, we're going to be talking about decision making within Call of Duty. This is a long overdue episode. I haven't done Mindset in a while, so please forgive me. But anyway, here we go. Alright, so this video was requested by a subscriber who was very persistent, but also quite respectful. And I wanted to do him a little bit of justice because he had a decent question. He talked about how a good player has good gun skill and reaction time, but also needs to make good decisions. So what goes into making good decisions when playing Call of Duty? Well, I could go on for about 40 minutes about decision making in Call of Duty and what goes through my head when I play. I'm not the best player in the world, and that's kind of obvious by my gameplay, but it's still a lot of stuff that's going on in my head when I'm playing. So instead of going through about 20-40 minutes of things, I've comprised a list of 3 things that'll help you make better decisions in Call of Duty. Number 1, a clear setup. The key to a clear mind is a clear setup. You want your desk clean. You want your couch clean. You don't want people chatting near you. You don't want people talking around you. You don't want music blaring in your ear. For me personally, the best way to make clear decisions and have a good game is to not have a ton of shit going on in my room or in my house. It's hard for me to concentrate. It's hard for anyone to concentrate. I mean, if you're in a room with like 6 different people that are all having conversations and music's playing, how are you going to focus on having a good game of Call of Duty? A lot of proper decision making goes into a solid match of COD, and if you can't concentrate, it's not going to happen. So I'd suggest having a clean, clear area as much as possible. I know everybody's situation is different, but clean up your area as much as possible. Alright, so number 2. Open-minded playtime is the best way to gain confidence and experience. How are you supposed to make decisions in a video game that you don't understand? If you don't know how spawns work, weapons work, if you don't know how power positions play out, then how are you going to be good at Call of Duty? I'm sorry. People always ask, how do I make good decisions? How do I get better? How do I get better at Call of Duty? And I have to say the best way is not to watch people like me or anyone else tell you how to play. Anybody who's going to tell you how to play and is worth a damn played a lot of the game beforehand. And that's how they got that expertise. The expertise that you want from other people and other YouTubers, they got from playing. So go out and play. From playtime, you will learn spawns, player movement, and power positions. The way you can predict player movement is by playing the same maps and playing the same modes and looking at where people come from and paying attention. It has to be open-minded playtime. You can't just turn your brain off and play. As you're doing this, you'll find out where people come from off of their spawn. Where are the opening rush routes? Where are the power positions? Where do snipers hang out? Where do SMG users go? Where do people camp? Where do people hide? Where do people rush from? That's all going to come from playing experience. If you want to know how spawns work, don't look up videos on it. Don't look up Reddit posts about it. Don't look up graphs. Play the game. That will build your confidence, your knowledge, your experience, and you can learn how spawns work just by playing. You want to know how spawns work? Be aggressive. Push into the middle of the map, get a kill, and then run past the guy you killed. That guy's dead body will serve as a marker. You run past it, visualize this, run past where you killed that person, and see where they spawn. If they spawn in front of you, far away, if they spawn around a corner, and then look for that guy. Push in the middle of the map, kill someone, and then run past. Hopefully you don't die, but if that person kills you again, or if you kill them, you can get a better idea of where people spawn after you kill them in a match. In case that was a little convoluted, let me explain this a little bit better. Run into the middle of the map, kill somebody, pay attention to their gamer tag, then go forward again, keep pushing, don't stop, get as many kills as you can, and look for that gamer tag again. Get the general idea of where people appear on the map. That's more relevant than any sort of spawn position, because although it happens, not many people are going to actually appear in front of you. So knowing exact spawn locations is near irrelevant, and I think it's more useful to feel out where people are going to appear generally. Also, you need to be paying attention to the minimap, pretty much how Call of Duty works and how it has worked for years. And this goes into clever and proper decision making. Wherever your teammates are, unless they are visibly firing on the minimap, that's where enemies aren't. Just make sure you're constantly looking for where your teammates aren't. Wherever there's a blank spot on the minimap with no one looking towards it and no one around it, that's probably where an enemy is. And you'll get all of that from quality playtime and quality experience that you'll only get from grinding the game. And if you want to be good at the game, don't spend time researching, spend time playing. And number 3, this is a big one, and you're going to have to visualize this because there's not really a proper way I can put it into a visual. So you have to visualize this yourself. So here's what you're going to do. Close your eyes. If you're listening to this while you're driving, close your eyes anyway. Ignore proper road safety and just close those eyes. Now, picture this. You're behind your teammate and you guys are about to enter a room. You're significantly farther away from the door than he is, and he's definitely going to be in the building a solid 6 seconds before you are. So, he enters the building. You then see a little skull pop up where he should be because he just got killed. The first thing you should do is now look at your kill feed. You can then see how he died. Now, hopefully you remembered his gamer tag. That is very important when making decisions and understanding how things are going, is knowing the gamer tag of your teammate as he walks in. Now, he has died. You can see him in the kill feed. You can see what weapon he died by. Now, what was it? An LMG? A shotgun? A sniper rifle? Did somebody get a lucky quickscope? If it was a sniper, you should probably push in because you'll have the advantage with your closer range weapon. Now visualize you have a closer range weapon because I didn't mention that before. But if you see a shotgun in the kill feed, or you see an LMG in the kill feed, or an assault rifle or an SMG, you can start to understand a little bit better the situation you're about to get into. If it was an SMG, maybe assume the guy is going to be pushing out of the room. Not many people camp with SMGs, and before you flood the comment section, I know people do it, I hate it too. If it was an assault rifle, the guy might be a little bit more campy. If it was an LMG, the likeliness of him being camped in that building and positioned in that building is higher. Then, if he has a sniper rifle, you have the advantage. So maybe push in. But if he has a shotgun, I'd avoid that doorway entirely and maybe chuck a grenade in there. That was a little bit complicated. Let me explain that a little bit better again. Visualize your teammate going into a room. You see him die. You immediately look at the kill feed and see what he died by. Whatever the weapon is will tell a little story about whoever's in that room. There's a lot of hypotheticals and there's a lot of possibilities, but the only way you're going to be able to find out is by making the decision to go in or stay out. But just go back in time a little bit and visualize right as your teammate dies. Ask yourself, is there a UAV in the air? Because that would explain why the person was ready for your teammate. Did your teammate die to a sentry gun? Or did he die to somebody that was watching the minimap because they have a UAV or a hater? In case you're wondering, and this probably sounds overly complicated, but this is what I do when I play. If my friend runs into a room, dies, and I hear a shotgun inside that room, and I hear kadoosh, that shotgun sound, then I probably back up a bit and wait for that person to come out the doorway for me. If my teammate runs into a room and I hear a light machine gun start picking up, then I also back away because that person has that area and that doorway locked down. That is key for proper decision making. Looking at the minimap, seeing your teammate go into a room, disappear, look at the kill feed, and then see what he died by is key to knowing your enemy. So try this out. Just try it out, maybe with bots, maybe online. Follow around a teammate, wait for them to go into a room, wait for them to get into an area, let them die, and then you can look at the kill feed and get a little story based on your experiences. This goes back to tip number 2. Based on your experiences, the kill feed should tell you a little story about whoever is in that room. Let me know if that made sense. It made sense to me. I've explained this a little bit before during Advanced Warfare, and I know it was bullshit then, and I didn't know what I was talking about, but this is, I think, a little bit better, so hopefully you guys understood all that. It's a little bit complicated, but I hope you visualized it properly. But here's one more tip for you guys. One last thing. This isn't really a tip as much as it is a guideline, so I'm not going to say number 4, because this isn't the 4th tip. This is the guideline for this entire video. When making good decisions, trust your gut and have fun. Don't play a video game, especially a first-person shooter like Call of Duty, worrying about each decision, worrying about each right or wrong, each good play and bad play. That'll wreck you. That'll frustrate you. That'll irritate you. Even if it's not doing it now, it'll do it later. Trust your gut and have fun. The best way to be able to trust your gut and actually have your gut know what it's talking about is by playing the game and enjoying it. So get off of YouTube here. You've already spent 10 minutes, and I want you to go play the game that you want to learn about so much that you're watching me talk about it. And yeah, I'll see you when I see you. I tried to condense that as much as possible, but it still ended up being about 10 minutes, so sorry about that. But if you're willing to spend 10 minutes watching me talk about Call of Duty, then you should be willing to go spend this playing an actual match and playing the game more than you're watching videos on it. If you really want to be good at Call of Duty, if you really want to be good at a video game, you'll actually have to go play. All those YouTubers that started doing tip videos and tactics videos, they didn't do it because they were inspired by their YouTubers. They did it because no one was doing it yet, and they had played the game enough to be confident enough to tell you how to play. So if you want the confidence of Optic Scumper, or the confidence of Exclusive Ace, or the know-how of Elite Shot, or the raw pub star power of Mark of J, you're actually going to have to go play the video game and not worry about what they tell you to do, or even what I tell you to do. You just got to worry about the game. So go do that. Go play right now. You have some free time. If you're watching YouTube videos, you got time to play video games, unless your little brother or sister's on the Xbox, in which case, screw them, get them off of there. Play on PS4, kick your grandma off there, because that's the people that play PlayStations. I'd put this shit at the end slate, because nobody stays there anyway. Alright, it's been 11 minutes. I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye! An end slate behind an end slate. What could I do with this magical time? Yeah, just go review the video if you didn't get it.